Hey everybody, just back with another video. So I heard earlier today when I was just kind of surfing around the internet, that it looks like Tucker Carlson has been spotted in Russia, specifically Moscow. And then he posts something on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and he says why I'm interviewing Vladimir Putin. And then he goes on to, he makes a little video talking about how he's going to interview him. And a lot of people are having mixed reactions. And I get it. Vladimir Putin definitely isn't the greatest guy in the world, right? So people will say, well, why are you having an interview with a guy who started the war? Well, first of all, the war was provoked. Right? Like NATO and the United States are not guilty or are not innocent in this. Right? And you look at the beginning of the war, Vladimir Putin actually signed a peace agreement. Boris Johnson came in and told Zelensky not to sign it because the West wanted this war. And they knew by provoking Putin, by moving NATO further and further to the east, that would trigger a response, and a violent one, so that they could go to war. Now, it's not the United States versus Russia per se, but in a way it is. It's the West versus the East. It's just Ukraine what's the Ukrainian-Russian war? It's like, without funding from the West, there would be no war. If we pull the funding today from Ukraine, that would be it. Zelensky would sign the peace deal. Danny, why would they go and purposely provoke a war? Because it makes the military-industrial complex money. And a lot of it. That's why they're always involved in wars in Yemen, in Syria, Somalia, etc., etc., etc. They do that because it's a profit machine. And Tucker Carlson is going to go over to Russia, or he's already in Russia, and he is a good interviewer, and he's going to ask a lot of tough questions. And I think a lot of people maybe don't want to hear answers to that, or they think that Putin's just he's going to lie and Tucker Carlson's going to believe it, and then all of a sudden it's another right versus left stupid kind of argument. I have no problem with someone wanting to talk to someone who's in a very high and powerful position to see if he has a different insight or different answers as to what's really going on here. And I bet he would expose the fact that he did sign the peace agreement. In the Minsk Accords, I think it was called. But he did definitely sign a peace deal. And Tucker Carlson's going to go over there and ask him some tough questions. What is Vladimir Putin willing to answer? Is he going to lie? Is he going to hold things back? I don't know. But what I do know is that when Tucker Carlson goes and has an interview with someone, especially someone, who's polarizing, it's going to go viral. He's going to get a lot of views. Is it also going to troll and piss off the left? Yeah. Is that why he's doing it? It's probably a combination of A, him being very curious, B, pissing off the left, and C, he knows it's going to get a lot of views. It's going to get a lot of shares. It's going to be it's going to be debated. It's going to be talked about. It's going to go viral. Now, in terms of what else he's going to talk to him about, the deep state of the United States, like who really pushed this war, or, how can we get out of this war, or whatever he's going to ask him, Vladimir Putin's probably going to have some really interesting things to say. Is it bad for Tucker Carlson's career to have an interview with someone like Putin? No, I mean, he'll get a lot of criticism, but I don't think it's going to be bad for him. What do you guys think about him interviewing Putin? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Do you have an indifferent opinion? I'd really like to hear and find out what you guys think, because this is going to be very, very highly criticized and talked about.